Oh, thanks for coming over from the short. Listen. First of all, let me piss off any Islamic terrorists that made it to this channel. Assalamu alaikum, my faggot, because that's what we think of you. We think you're pedophiles. We think you're garbage, everything. So, patriots, listen. These idiots are jumping off. This Islamic terrorist cell that is huge in the United States is jumping off in Texas. They're doing stupid shit in New York. They're doing stupid shit in Minnesota, Detroit. I mean, these terrorists are all over American soil. So, the American patriot, we need to be a little more vigilant. Do a little bit of research. And you want to see where their strongholds are? Google amount of mosques per state in the United States, and you'll see where their strongholds are. You know where their strongholds are? Conveniently where every freaking Democratic ran government is. They've got like 500 in New York. There's 400 or 500 in Michigan, and Michigan claims the biggest mosque. Chicago, Minnesota, Texas, they're trying the shit. Okay? No more is it's so important for us to come together. We are behind. They started this shit back in 91. Okay? If you think that the Islamic terrorist state is done with America, you've got another thing coming. They've been planning this. We are the biggest opponent of them. Okay? The Western civilization. America represents the entire Western civilization. I know Canada may not like it, Mexico may not like it, but those are the damn facts. Okay? We are looked upon for this, for that. I'm not saying we're the standard. I'm just saying people pay attention to us. Other countries do. All right? So it's never, ever more important for the American patriot to be vigilant, be safe, be kind, and we need to organize. We need to be prepared. We need to be prepared to defend our fellow citizens, our fellow American patriots, because our military is doing they're doing so great on such a monumental job. Okay. We are bombing an area that has been around since, look in any book, any relationship to the Bible. You even go forth to the Ethiopian Bible, which is older than the King James Bible. Oh, yeah, I said it. The Ethiopian Bible is older than the King James Bible, which is the Bible that all of us recognize, okay? And you can check this with Ethiopia. Ethiopia was it's coming out now that Ethiopia was where Christianity may have kind of migrated to after all of the crap that happened. So I'm still digging on that, so I don't want to say too much. But anyway, we have a serious responsibility. Christians, I know our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, tells us to turn the other cheek. Okay? But I also want you to look at quite a few of the speeches and writings and teachings that went on during the Crusades. Okay? As Christians, we have a responsibility to protect our tribe, our parish, our land, our everything. Because if we allow this Islamic cult to take over America, where the hell are we going to go? First and foremost, there's no other place on the planet like this country. There's no other planet on the planet. There's no other place on the planet you can't get a clue crew where you can stand and talk about your officials being oppressive. You know what they did in Iran? They killed the fucking people if they spoke against the supreme leader. They killed them. Okay? You know what Russia does the shit? No other country can you talk bad or be upset with your government and live. Okay? All right? Nowhere do we have the freedoms that the United States of America grants its citizens. Nowhere. Not even Canada. Canada's probably, I don't know, is maybe our closest, and they're screwed because they've got unserious people in serious positions. Okay? And it's the same thing we got going on here in this country. We need serious people because we got serious fucking problems. We don't need people like Hakeem Jeffries, who sounds like an Islamic terrorist. He probably is Islamic, looks like it, talks like it, acts like it. He's a fucking bully. Verbal garbage. Okay? And he don't want to offer any solutions. None of these fucking idiots that are standing on their soapboxes trying to get their 5 cents of fame are coming up with any solutions. All they're doing, it's the orange guy's fault. What are we doing there? You know, it's so fucking easy to play Monday morning quarterback, because when you Monday morning quarterback a Friday night game, you already know what the fuck happened. You know what defenses was being played. You know this, you know that. It's easy to pick apart a game that's already been played. So for you Monday morning quarterbacks, I hope you eat a bag full of dicks. Every fucking one of you. Okay? Because you're morons. All right? You have no solution. You have no skill set. You have no skin in the game. All you are is just sitting there being a goofball. Like this idiot. This fucking Islamic terrorist that you idiots in New York fucking elected. Here he is holding a vigil. I don't give a shit if it's private. First of all, his oath of office is not truthful because this is a Christian-based fucking government. You cannot, it shouldn't be legal for him to fucking put his hand on the Quran. A false prophet, pedophilic fucking book. It's filled with pedophilia. Filled with it. And it's filled with fucking lies. I'm done. I'm done not speaking the truth. You Islamic terrorists, I'm sick of you motherfuckers. Tired of all your bullshit, and I'm really sick of you can't get a clue crew. You know, go get a real fucking job. Law enforcement is going to do what law enforcement does. And if I was at the fucking helm, I would tell every one of my law enforcement officers to run, shoot, stab, tase, what the fuck ever. Because you do have a right to protest, but you don't have a right to impede anybody's fucking travel. No matter what your fucking politics or anything, you do not have the right to impede somebody else's fucking travel in this country. Not without repercussions. So all you fucking idiots that are standing in front of bull haulers and cow haulers and all this other dumb shit, they should run you over. They're being kind if they aren't. And the ones that aren't being kind and just handling their business, kudos to you. I congratulate you. Because they shouldn't be in the fucking roadway. It's ridiculous. What are you going to stop? You're a 200. Oh, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I seen this one bitch. She must have been fucking 400 pounds trying to stop a 3,000 pound fucking van. How smart is that? And she was so fucking white. I think Casper, the friendly ghost, had more tan than her, and she's screaming, "You're not taking my people." I mean, how moronic is that? You're whiter than fucking rice, screaming that people of Latin descent are your people. What the fuck ever? There's so many pawns out there. It's ridiculous. And they're not falling off. Usually, you have a sacrificial pawn. Everybody, quite a few have probably played chess. I enjoy chess. It's a very strategic, great way to pass 3-4 hours if you're playing someone that has a skill set. But you send pawns out. They're sacrificial. You use your pawns to get your opponent to move where you want them to move. I even use my queen. A lot of people can't play chess without their queen. I set people up and move my queen over because I can play without my queen. Now, I am in no means trying to say that I am a master chess player, blah, 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 all of that. I'm a novice at best. I've lost quite a few games, a lot, as a matter of fact. I'm probably maybe 50%. So, but it's the same thing. You can't, I've studied chess my whole life. You look at the great players. You take a piece from them, it doesn't cripple their game. You know, in 3 moves, if your opponent is dependent upon his queen. In 3 moves, you should be able to pick up that he is dependent upon his queen. And the first thing, then you change your offense, you take the queen. That fucks their game up. Usually, after you take the queen, you usually mate them in 4 to 5 moves. Okay? Now, there is no substitute to a queen, not on a chessboard, unless you understand the game of chess. There are other pieces that are just as powerful. Some of them are more powerful than the queen in the chessboard. Now, the reason why I'm using chess is because this political arena that we're in right now is a chess game. Now, you've got 2 opponents, which is the political establishment. And when I say political establishment, I'm not just meaning the Demtards or the Republitudes, because I think both of these political parties are absolute fucking idiots. Okay, and anybody that follows them do the same thing. It was set up to divide the country, and that's all it's done, is create division and excuses for our employees, the political appointees, because they are America's fucking employees. They get a check that says United States of America. So every citizen in this country is your fucking boss. These idiots are using the can't get a clue crew on one side, and they're using some patriots on the other side, and they're sacrificial pawns. No real chess pieces are being played out right now. And this sounds callous, and I'm sorry if you perceive it that way, but facts are usually callous. The truth is sometimes harmful. Get used to it. If you don't like the truth, get the fuck off my page. I don't care. So in a chess game, like we're playing right now, Trump has got them running. They're scrambling to hide this and scrambling to divide everybody. And they're using every fucking Hitler propaganda trick in the book. They've even creeped so low as they're using fucking Trump to try to convince people to vote Democrat. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, the desperation. If we just wait a little bit longer, I think he's got a plan. I don't know what it is, but I think he's got a plan. And I'm hoping it's the removal or arrest of numerous political thieves like McConnell, Schumer, Crenshaw, Jasmine, AOC, all of these crooked, Hakeem Jeffries. Don't forget that scumbag. Look at his fucking net worth. Tell me he's fighting for the little guy. You know, bullshit. Ever since this shit, the last 5 years, his fucking net worth is just about doubled every year. Look into these stupid assholes before you throw your support to them. You'll find they are as corrupt as you can get. And it's ridiculous. Because, you know, I say this a lot too in my videos. My grandmother always told me, I remember this as a little shit. She told me I was pointing my finger because I was mad. She took something from me and it wasn't my fault. And I was pointing my finger to my cousin, and my grandma said this: be careful who you point your finger at, because you got 3 fingers pointing back at you. Okay? So normally when someone's doing finger pointing, normally, there's a rare case where they're actually pointing a finger, but normally them 3 fingers are pointing back at that person for a reason, because there's usually fraud, pedophilia, or corruption in their past or current. So it's time for we the people to get ready. I hope it does not come to this. I truly hope it doesn't, because the losses on both sides will be unmeasurable. It will be. Okay? But I hope this doesn't go to a civil war like people are talking. I really hope it don't. I really don't. But, patriots, we need to prepare for that. We need to be ready to defend against any action that is perpetrated against us. We need to be able and ready to defend, not be the aggressor. We need to defend, okay? Because if we become the aggressor, you got to think of these idiots like a groundhog, okay? Because that's what they are. They're a rodent. They're a nuisance. They serve no purpose in this world other than destruction. Jesus Christ really give us a freaking monkey wrench in this shit, okay? But think of what a ground mole is. And I use this because this is what these low value, low rent, subhuman individuals do. When they are met with force, they go underground, just like a groundhog does. And then they can stay underground for hours, days, weeks, months, all, So let them come to us, my patriots. Because if we go into a defensive mode, we will draw them out and then we can eliminate them. And then our conscience is clear because we just defended ourselves. We weren't the aggressor. So, patriots, get yourself ready to defend your loved ones, your neighbors. It may be coming. I truly hope it don't. But please, get your checks and balances in order. They're starting to do stupid shit, this Islamic cult. Look at Texas, look at New York. Make sure everything you need is within reach, cleaned, ready to go, and make sure you've got plenty of provisions. Check online. When I say provisions, I'm not just thinking of the provisions that you're thinking of. I'm talking about food provisions. There are a ton of companies. I'm not sponsored by any of them. This is just an suggestion. I'm not pushing any of them, but there are several companies out that provide 30, 60, 90-day ready-made meals. So my advice is while you're checking all of your other provisions, make sure you have at least a 30 or 60-day supply of that. And there's many different companies. I'm not going to mention any of them. They're all pretty much the same, people. I mean, go with your gut, do a little diligence on them, check reviews, do all that shit that you're supposed to do. I'm thinking of 4 or 5. I ain't even going to tell you who I got mine through, but that's the kind of stuff we need to be preparing for. We need to get, 30, 60 days of food backed up in case something jumps off. Make sure you got that much in all of your provisions. We need to set up for a long campaign, and we need to start making these connections with everybody across the country. We need to get this, I'm not just throwing suggestions out there. I don't know how to get all of us linked together. I'm sure there's quite a few people that are, but what I'm saying is we need to link together so that if one place jumps off, we can, do like the Revolutionary War and shit. We need to get that pipe going so that people can talk to each other. Hey, we're getting hit pretty hard here. Do you got any back? We need to start thinking of this shit. We need to start preparing for it. Okay. Because it could be coming. These idiots are pissed off that we took out their supreme pedophile, and it could get crappy. It could get bad. So, we need to start thinking about that. Start getting yourself ready for it. I really, truly hope it doesn't come. And I hope that with every fiber in my being, because again, as I said, the losses will be enormous. Okay. And here's why I'm saying that. For some of you that are doubting, okay, if you look up America's Civil War, one of the only wars that have been fought on American soil. Look at the losses. At the time, the Civil War happened where it took, if you were a good soldier, you could reload and fire your firearm. Because keep in mind, these were black powder. I think it was in like 2 minutes, I think it took. Okay. Now we have you fire as fast as your finger can go. And then some have you hit the finger once and it just goes until you run out. Okay. We incurred, I believe it was real close to half of the population of the United States was lost in the Civil War. Half. In a time where on average it took soldiers 2 minutes to reload and fire again. And that's an average, people. I know some of you, internet gangsters. Oh no, okay. It was from 10 seconds to 2 minutes. Okay. Does that make you feel better? Anyway, it wasn't as fast as what the fuck we got now. So now imagine if we lost that many people during that time. Imagine the losses here now. That's why, me personally, I don't want that to happen. So make yourself ready, but have a great day.